Hello everybody. And this is what I ended up coming up with. Obviously it's just freshly replanted and has some growing in to do, but see what we're talking about here. We have a great big Anubias. It's pretty rough looking. I had it way overgrown. His leaves are sticking up out of the water and evaporation, and that tank I keep it really warm. And anyway, it's kind of rough looking, but it's a great big piece of Anubias starting right there and going all. They reach all the way across a 20-gallon high. I guess that there's a little bit of algae growth on the inside of the glass, but it's not too bad. And there's the cat that's always in heat. Right, meow meow? But the main thing, we got some wild roots floating around from planting, is the crypts. This crypt is actually, I dug up, I think it's a Wendeti crypt. I got it from my buddy Valley Fish probably close to 2 years ago. It's just a little tiny dude. And I put a whole bunch of plant spikes underneath it. Look, that thing's looking really good. It's in one of my 40-gallon breeders. It's just overgrown and looks like crap right now. I was like, I'm gonna dig that up. When I dug it up, little did I know, it had turned into like 15 plants. So I split it up. It's all from one clump. That back there, that right there, and that right there is all from the same clump. And I planted a couple other clumps in some other tanks and ended up damaging a bunch of other ones I ended up having to throw away, unfortunately, some smaller ones. But, and then this crypt, I'm not sure what it is. Valley Fish, this is the one you sent me in the last time you sent me plants. It's got the, what they call it, the dimples on the leaves. I can't think of the name of it now, but I don't think it's a brown crypt. I'm not real sure, but it's a nicer looking crypt. I think it's a smaller version. And that one was actually planted in my other 75, but is getting out. The moss was starting to cover it up, and instead of a really nice crypt getting wasted, I dug it up and put it in here. And then the moss, that's what I ended up with moss-wise. I ended up taking a few handfuls out to replant. And this is the pasture, I like to call it, because the shrimp. Let's see, I had done all the Nubius and the crypts I did at like 1 in the morning last night. And now it is almost 11:30 the next day, and I just finished putting in the clumps of moss. So they went like 21 hours without moss. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay, we're back after my sneezing fit. So, this little patch of moss, the shrimp went like 21 hours without moss, and they just got moss put back in here. But look at this. I mean, they lived their whole lives in this tank, so all they know is a moss existence. They love the moss. and they love their rock. Look at the sponge on the intake. Sucked up all that loose crap I showed last night. We got some too. I'm going to clean these filter intake sponges, but I didn't want to shock the system too much. So the water flows still good. This was flowing so good that it was actually like shooting water out the back and dripping on the floor this morning when I woke up. So that was a bit of a problem. But I'm liking it a lot. And I have a bunch of Anubias in my snowball tanks, and I like that. But that looks all rough because those leaves were out of the water and in the water, half and half. Because this big old chunk had grown up and out of a 20 gallon. So when the water evaporates down a few inches, them leaves are right. They would all be out of the water. When it filled up, they'd be submerged again. So I think it'll end up shaping up and looking nice. And of course, I did say something about I want to try to get some super red bristle noses to breed in here. I have to put some caves back there behind that big rock for them. But that glass still kind of dirty, that marble. That's funny. I didn't get it out, but I didn't. The shrimp and their pilo moss, they love it. Still fighting duckweed. I've sucked and sucked and sucked and sucked with the shot vac. Just loads and loads and loads of this. Over and over again. I've said for how long now I was going to get rid of that background, but it's still there. I think I'm just going to keep it. It's kind of silly now, but kind of like it. Not really, but it's interesting. It's kind of funny. It'll look a lot better when it grows in and more manageable plants. Of course, the moss still get out of hand. No stem plants in here. Just Crips, Anubias, and some moss. And this moss will probably be another 6, 7, 8 months before it's out of control. It'll look real nice here in a month or two. And it'll be real nice looking for about 3 or 4 months, and it'll start looking overgrown. Then I'll figure out what to do with that then. But this is what we ended up with. And still have tons of super nice. So loads and loads of super nice green jade shrimp. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. Bye.